From NBC News, this is Today.
And today's American Story with Bob Dotson takes us to the top of the world to meet a man who blazes trails in frigid surroundings with an eye on the future. Will Steger hikes across continents of ice, so far more than 40,000 miles and counting.
There is still some land that hasn't felt footsteps, where the north wind bullies and temperatures cower to 70 below. Into this vast wilderness near the North Pole comes a figure oddly out of place, plodding carefully through the massive ice alone.
I try to piece together what areas that haven't been crossed before.
Will Steger has explored the unknown a foot at a time for 40 years.
It's only by walking on it and skiing on it day after day, month after month, that you can get a sense, really, the planetary sense of what's happening here.
He leads legendary polar expeditions.
Every ice shelf I've ever been on is collapsing with the ocean. It shows you how fast the time is moving.
Ditching back and forth between the poles, Will began to notice our warming world. Wrote one of the first books about it. Now the old explorer has set himself a new challenge. Here at his home in the great northern Minnesota woods, he's teaching the next generation how to rally support and solve the problem.
This one went on the North Pole, 86.
Steger doesn't give lectures. He gives himself.
Let's see how deep this is here.
Working alongside small groups of kids who want to save the planet.
I really believe that this generation is going to take on this. This is going to be their issue.
Will designed this center where they can talk out solutions.
That's a great building stone.
Built it by hand, deep in the woods.
We dog sledded in 1 million pounds of gravel, 3 miles, 3 hills, all the way into our place.
He approached all this like he did his explorations. A little dreaming, a lot of planning.
I bought this land when I was 19.
Made the down payment with a $20 traveler's check and a $5 bill left over from his first expedition. His parents insisted he pay for his adventures.
I used to cut lawns, caddied, babysit my brothers and sisters.
8 of them.
1 bathroom, I should add.
They grew up in the Minneapolis suburbs.
My parents never camped out a day in their life.
But they gave him the freedom to work for his dream.
I put myself through college.
Then taught himself to survive on the trail. All those years in the wilderness gave Will time to think deeply about why the world is in trouble.
The real problem was that America is socially disconnected, and the solution lies in connecting socially.
What's tougher, battling the elements or people's attention span?
You know, it's really the attention span. For 20 years, we've been battling the public opinion in global warming, but now it's really putting a human face on global warming.
Like Chris Anderson's. He volunteered to help Will. But his friends?
I don't see them out here.
That, of course, is the problem. Getting the message to stick.
What keeps you going when the circle of caring expands so slowly?
You have to go where, where there's resistance. That's where the adventure lies, and that's where you make changes.
As Will Steger has done in his 62 years. Many preach about saving the planet. Will just puts his boots on and goes. For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, with an American story at the edge of the world.
Sobering message about our beautiful planet. I see a glimpse of it.
Impressive guy.
Yeah, very
Beautiful piece
impressive.
too.